This week, my learning goal was to incorporate the utilization of Google Forms and Jamboard. The resources that I used this week were two different sites. One of them I came across EduGuru. It's more of a forum for questions specifically on Google. And here they have different sections depending on whether you want to use the site for just sharing ideas or even looking at specific forums or specific sites related to Google. So I went ahead and reviewed that and looked at their similar training page on on this forum, which is under the category of how to. So I reviewed some of these connected to either uh, the Google form, and then I transitioned into looking at sites related to Jamboard. For those, I went on this particular site on the teaching resources at Stanford EDU, and I read through these and I saw some activities. Something that I liked here was that I can actually look at a sample of what these Jamboards could look like. So after I did that, I looked at some YouTube videos, and then something that I realized through these was that when I would go through the steps myself out loud, then they became clear. So I looked at the Google Forms video and the Jamboard. After I did that, I went in and I created my own Google form to practice. As I was doing that, I learned how to um, use a different header, the different types of questions where you can even insert a video, looking at how you can type your answers, you can insert pictures, you can do a different selection, the different types of questions, and you can even put pictures into your answer choices if you wanted to do that as well. Uh, and then I just went ahead and created a PDF file and embedded it here as well. Something different that I didn't know that we could do was exactly this, create that PDF file. Then I went into Jamboard. I created a Jamboard as well to practice. In this first one, it was inserting pictures and shapes, and then looking at this one on how we can write, use sticky notes. This Jamboard, I did a different background and then just incorporated, inserted more pictures and images. And then in here, the same, inserting pictures and then writing on the actual Jamboard. Then my reflection piece brings all the ideas together and looking at some of the commonalities between the editing components in the applications. I think that would be a very good beneficial task when I want to publish my last Google site in the end. So I learned also that by trial and error or by making mistakes and then going back and redoing and relearning, that was a good way to really get a grasp of the different applications and how they're able to get integrated between one and another.